So you're recording? You ready to go?
I believe so.
Awesome. Cool.
Should I blow my nose?
I mean, yeah.
Because I can't mute myself, because if I click off it, it's going to be an endeavor.
Just don't even worry about it. I can edit. I'm allowed to do that. It's not gonna happen, but I can.
What?
I'm not editing it out.
Fuck you. How dare you take advantage of someone with a disease?
I don't usually do intros unless I'm doing a solo video.
I have cancer.
This is Jack. He has cancer. Jack has never played KOTOR before.
No.
He's going to today. Do you know anything about Dungeons and Dragons, sir?
I tried playing it like once or twice in high school. These fuckers are waving at me.
They're waving at you?
Yeah, these two just waved at me.
Interesting. Well, I think that they're just doing some kind of idle animation. They might have just scratched their head or something. Anyways, these are your class selections. Your first class selection isn't super important because we have the Jedi from the start mod, which is in the normal game a prestige class that takes a while to get to. But for the story, it actually kind of makes more sense that you're just a Jedi through the whole thing. You could be a woman if you want. That doesn't really change much in the story at all, except for the love interests. I would probably not pick that for your first playthrough, though, because it's the most fun the first time playing the way that you would. I'd go back, by the way, because I'm going to explain the classes to you.
Oh, I was just reading the bottom.
Okay, well, they don't exactly go super in-depth on what they do.
Okay.
So the soldier is good at swinging and hitting stuff. The game has swords because it is 3,000 years before the original trilogy of Star Wars.
But they still have lightsabers?
They still have lightsabers. They have some weird sciencey stuff to explain why the lightsabers don't go through the swords. Either way, you do have swords, and then there are blasters. The soldiers are good at hitting stuff and being tanks, but not good at much else. Scouts are a good middle of the road, and then scoundrels are really good at, they're like skill monkeys, but they don't hit very hard, and they're usually pretty good with blasters. And lightsabers are the only weapon in the game where your strength and your dexterity are both factors that they take into account whenever you swing it. So if you have higher dex, it'll use your dex over your strength. I would suggest playing a scout, because then you get a few perks from the scout, and we can explain those later after you pick a face. Which, I mean, there's no wrong answers.
Which one of these guys looks like they fuck? You know, I'm kind of feeling this guy.
You think the bald black man is your sex icon?
Not my sex icon. But he probably fucks.
Do you think he's the galaxy's sex icon?
Yes.
Okay. Then you've chosen your sex icon. Okay. I'm going to explain this. Don't listen to what they're saying.
Okay.
Okay. So you have your strength, which is how hard you hit, and your chance to hit, because everything goes off of dice rolls. Set everything to 10 to start with. Your dexterity is your chance to dodge, and also if you're using a ranged weapon like a gun, then it'll go off. Your chances to hit will go off of dexterity. Constitution is your health, so the higher it is, and the higher modifier you have, the higher health you have per level. But intelligence is...
This is just like regular D&D stuff, though, right?
Yes, but these pertain to game mechanics. The intelligence will... did you click recommended just now?
I did.
Okay, We might change a few things from their recommended, but it doesn't look entirely stupid from what I can tell. The intelligence is for skill points, which is like computer use is hacking, repair is repairing robots and stuff. How much a med pack will heal you. Those are all skills. If you have higher intelligence, you'll get more skills. Wisdom is your mana pool, which is how many force points you'll have, which is kind of important if you want to do casting. And then charisma is interesting because there are light side and dark side force powers. It doesn't matter if you're light side and try to use dark side force powers, but it's going to cost you more force points if you are light side and try to do dark side force powers. And that's where charisma comes in. If you have higher charisma, that penalty is reduced significantly. So if you think you're going to be a really nice guy, but you really want to use that force lightning, you might want to take some points out and pop them into charisma. I would put everything at 10 for now.
I was just curious what the highest was.
Yeah, at some point, it costs more than one point to actually put them into each thing. And a lot of the time, I don't put more than 14 in at the start because I want to do like an everything kind of character. There is an important story arc for one of your companions that can be achieved with high intelligence, at least 14. So I would keep the intelligence at 14. You will be using a lightsaber, so either a high strength or dex is pretty good. I would probably keep them both at the same and then try to upgrade them later if you want. So 14 would probably be a pretty decent set for that. With your extra points, if you want to delve into force powers a bit, you could also put some into wisdom.
What do you think? I have no clue. So what do you think?
Okay. Well, if I'd say just try to make a well-rounded character, so I'd say put that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. I think that's a good start. It's a lot. It's a good amount for your intelligence too, so you can get used to some of the skills, which are some of them are completely useless. So you can skip over a few. Computer use is helpful. We'll start from the top. It's hacking control panels. Sometimes you can, I would crank them all into computer use. It's pretty good. You can hack into computer terminals and kill people, stuff like that. Demolitions, there are mines, and mines can be disarmed. So if you want to disarm mines, you need to hire demolitions, depending on what kind of mine it is. I very much suggest getting demolitions because this game has a level cap, and there is a very limited amount of XP in the game. So the mines give you XP whenever you pick them up, especially if you can recover them instead of just disabling them. Let me look over their recommendeds here. So far I like it. Okay. Awareness is seeing mines. Stealth is fucking useless. Persuade is actually kind of important. I would take 2 points out of your treat injury and put 2 into persuade, especially if you think you're going to be light side. 1 is fine. It's a start. If you think you're going to be light side, you're going to want persuade at least a little bit. It's a cross-class skill, and I think that changes once you pick your Jedi class, which we will do like immediately. It takes 2 points because it's a cross-class skill. So just put that point back into repair. Keep persuade at 1. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
These can all be upgraded later. This is just your starting points. Okay, feats. Those are fun. Feats are kind of like special attacks. You start out with medium armor because you're a scout, and scout is middle of the road. And then you also have implants. Normal scout would slowly, as they level up, get more and more of those implant upgrades. the way that you're playing, it's not going to give you those because you're going to immediately become a Jedi. A lot of the feats that are like increase like that gear, if you hover over the gear,
The gear?
up towards the top. It's up towards the top. Or not the gear. There's a man. There's a guy. There's like a head there. I guess. Like that one. Just 1 point bonus to demolitions itself. That is a giant waste of time and a giant waste of your feet. So, toughness is a pretty good one. It'll give you 1 extra vitality point every time you level up, but then the next one, it just progressively gets more and more as you can, once you see it. And you'll retain all the toughness points that you got previously, and it only gets better as you go.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do any of the weapon focuses because they're awful and useless. They just pretty much just add a chance to hit with those weapons. Those are usually towards the bottom. I'd go up to the top, and then we have a important decision to make, and it's better to make this decision towards the beginning of the game. Do you think that you want to do either 2 lightsabers or a double-bladed lightsaber, or do you think you'll just want 1 lightsaber?
So Darth Maul.
Darth Maul.
I don't know.
Ahsoka.
Yeah, that's her name.
Or Obi-Wan.
I kind of want to maul it.
If you want to maul it, double weapon fighting is up at the top. It's the very topmost. And
Oh, 2 weapon
the way
fighting?
yes, the way that 2 weapons works in this game, it's unless you get this feat, it is very much going to be a hard time for you. There is a giant you only get 1 feat every time that you level up and get them, so that can be your starter one. The way that double weapon fighting works is that your offhand has a much less chance to hit compared to your regular hand. Oh yes, McDick face. It seems like you were taking this very seriously, Jack.
Yes.
Nice.
With all
Okay.
things.
With that feat, that offhand penalty is going to be reduced. And the further it goes, the less the penalty is. And eventually, you don't have to use items that are, as the game says, balanced, so that that penalty is reduced even more because you're using them in your offhand.
Yeah.
Eventually, you won't even have to use items like that, and you can just use a normal item.
Okay.
All right, that should be it if you want to be McDickface.
Yeah. I'm assuming I don't skip this.
I wouldn't. It's the normal Star Wars. The milk with a U is the most disgusting out of all of them to me.
Well, there's
Wow.
milk, which is correct.
Look at that totally good guy ship being attacked by all the bad guys.
totally good guy ship.
You know what's really weird in the original trilogy?
Hmm.
The Sith and their blasters are green, and the good guys are red.
Yeah.
They change it in this one, and the bad guys have red blasters.
You mean the bad guys have green blasters?
No, they don't. They have red in this, but they have green in the original trilogy.
Oh.
Yeah, like in that opening sequence when you see pretty much the same thing as you just saw on this, but with a different ship. When Leia's ship is being shot. Okay.
I make dick face.
Yes. You're gonna see multiple text options like that, where you get to laugh at your stupid name that you picked. Anyways. These are your prestige classes. You get to pick it immediately because of the mod that we picked. So Guardian is the essentially soldier, Sentinel is scout again, and Consular is the wizard. I would probably pick Sentinel because they have immunities. Guardian has a force jump. Okay, we're just gonna pick Sentinel.
Yep.
See, now Persuade is a class skill. Dump it all into Persuade. There you go. And now you are pretty decent in everything. And I think that 3 is the amount of points that you're going to be getting for each level up. So that should be good for now. All right, you get another feat. You probably can't put it into... yeah, you have to wait till level 4 until you can put it into 2-weapon fighting again. Attacks like power attack that has a... It has a possibility to add 5 damage to the next attack, but if you don't hit, it's bad. Also, don't get dueling when you also have... Dueling is the single saber one. If you get dueling and dual weapon fighting, the game doesn't really know what the fuck to do with you.
Critical strike then?
Critical strike is tricky because you have to build for it and upgrade your stuff for it. I think your criticals hit on dice rolls of 19 and 20, but you're rolling a d20, which is that to start with, only having 2 of the numbers that you can land on be crits is kind of rough. So that one won't hit very often. But as you go, you can build better for that. Empathy is a waste. Don't get that. Anything in your feats tab that tries to give you skills is bad. Do not get it. The only thing that's really kind of worth it is conditioning, but that's for later.
So it looks like power attack then?
I mean, power attack is a pretty good one. You already have flurry, so there's not really much. You can't go wrong with toughness because that just adds more health, and that can always help you. So if you want to start down that road, that wouldn't be a bad idea either.
Okay.
It's good to get that started at the beginning. And now we can get into force powers.
Holy. Oh.
Yeah, it's a little extensive here. You are middle of the road, and I think that your wisdom was at like 12. You get to pick out 2 force powers in the beginning. I very much suggest the head with the line in front of it first, which is Force Valor. And it adds all saving throws to all party members by 2 points when you cast it, and it lasts for, I think it's like 30 seconds. So when you cast that, your demolitions, which is at 4, will go up to 6, and Persuade will do the same. Cat's making noises. But you get 2 powers. Energy resistance isn't super helpful yet. It might be later on. Can you see up there where it says dark side power in the description? Yeah. So you, if you're going to be light side, those are going to take a lot more points than regular powers. I think that at the bottom are a few universal powers, like force push is up there, and that's a universal power. Yes, that is actually not a horrible idea because it's a definite to hit. That's an interesting way to orient the HUD. That's not great. Check the footlocker first. You don't have anything to upgrade on the upgrade bench.
This is
Gray
interesting.
box. Yeah.
Lightsaber.
Then you get a lightsaber, robes, a short sword. That's an implant. All that good stuff and some med packs. Now go over to the workbench because it's not going to let you move forward without going to the workbench. Oh. I would, if I were you, click on all the squares in this pause menu so that you can get rid of the tutorials. Oh, don't touch any of this stuff. It's just to look over stuff.
Squares.
Yeah, just skip through all the tutorials because they're bad. There you go. And then that. And then if you want to equip stuff, the gun at the top of your screen is the way to go after you... Never mind.
Oh, I thought you told me to go here.
You know what? You can do this too. You get the choice. Usually, the Guardian is blue crystal, Sentinel's yellow, and Consular is green crystal. Those are the colors of the classes, but you can pick whatever color you want.
Oh no, I want yellow.
You want yellow?
Yeah. So assemble.
Okay. Assemble. There you go.
Yeah.
Right. Now, if you click the gun at the top of your screen, you can equip your robes with a few force powers. Some armors will dampen your force powers. You won't be able to use them while you're wearing those armors. So, and then you can equip the short sword, which I know is balanced. It says there at the bottom of its description, which means that it'll give it a +2 to hit. And a balance +2 +0. So +2 is on the left side, so it's your offhand. And then the cardio package, yep, gives you some constitution, so your vitality will go up. And that's all you have. You also have a gun, but you can't use that because you're bad with guns. Man, this HUD is annoying.
Yes.
I mean, if you're not gonna hate it, I don't see a problem with the bar being on your character because you never really have to click your character for anything.
I can use the S, W, C, and Z.
You can. I don't suggest it. Honestly, while you're holding W, if you use A and D.
The Sith are threatening to overrun our position. We
Can
can't
you hear
hold
him?
out long against
Yes.
their firepower. All hands to the bridge.
All I hear is the music. Interesting. Okay. I can hear the droid though. That's fine. Beep boop. Beep boop. Alright, so the door is locked, so you have to bash it open. Which is why security is completely useless in this game. You one-hit the door, which is a good sign.
Man, just like Star Wars.
I can't hear anything. I can't hear any of their voices. Maybe it's coming out of the right headphone, and I'm not hearing it because of that.
Or a lightsaber.
Oh. So you can pause and make attacks in between turns if you want, and line up other, like if you had other party members, you could line up their attacks too. Press space. There you go. Oh, that just one-shot him. It took up half of your force points because you don't have a lot, but...
Okay.
Alright. So the flurry's going to do 2 attacks. That's what the flurry does, but it also comes with a penalty of like -3 defense or something. So your defense goes down, but if you can hit it and like one-shot somebody, it's worth it. Always check around for remains after you've killed people as well.
I can't click on them.
Well, if they don't have a... They'll have a bubble and it'll show up and it'll just say remains. If you don't see one, it's not there. Kind of like that door bubble there. Yeah. Since you have 2 weapons already, you have 2 attacks each turn, but you're just more likely to miss than with 1 weapon. Which is fine, because you got the You got the feet that lets you have less of a chance to miss.
Okay.
There's another footlocker over there if you want to get that before you. Okay.
Oh, I missed that.
Super epic cutscene.
So epic.
So epic. Instead of actually letting you fight all these guys, we're just gonna let you watch them all die. They're all dead now. Go back into that room.
Yeah. Oh, it's locked.
Fuck. You have to go. Okay. I hope you can get the loot from in there, because there's something in there. Oh boy. Well, I mean, you're doing well so far. And that's because you're deflecting the blaster bolts, which is a like passive thing that happens.
Kill. Why are you missing so much?
You are dueling.
Holy cow. Stop missing. I'm gonna die.
Okay, you are low. Pause real quick. Hit your inventory box next to the gun. And then scroll down and find medpack. Click medpack and then click use item.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why they put that in the game, because you can also use medpacks in the middle of a combat round instead of hitting. So while they're hitting you, you can use a medpack, but I don't know why you would ever do that when you can just open your inventory and do. It's kind of scummy, but it's in both games. They never fixed it. It's not a bug. It seems like it's intentional. So feel free to do that if you're about to die and you need to heal.
Okay.
There you go.
Interesting.
See if you can open the door back there. That
Nope.
sucks. Damn.
Yeah, I thought I saw it all.
It was just a combat suit, and it's not like you're missing out on any XP, so I mean, it's not super important, but it was... You can't wear a combat suit anyways. You're about to have fun.
Am I?
In the normal game, both of the Sith and the Jedi died. But since you're in Jedi from the start and you can actually compete with them, you get to fight the Jedi. And break the Jedi. Hi, Bardon.
Hello.
We are playing Star Wars, and it's so fucking glitchy that we can't stream it. Easier.
I can't. He's quiet for me, and I can't click off to turn him up.
That's rough. Make sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. There you go. He has a short
Yeah.
lightsaber, which is the that's the one that is balanced, so you can use it in your offhand. So you can switch it out from that short sword and do a lot more damage.
Sweet.
There you go. I might actually be able to stream my screen that's streaming your screen.
I swear to God, if it crashes Discord or the game.
From the looks of it, it isn't working very well, so. Oh.
Big pipe.
Is the game even like moving on your screen?
No.
Nope. It's not on mine either. Okay. Well, here. That one's moving. There you go. Alright. Jack, you're not doing very well against this guy. Actually, everyone else
fine.
Everyone else on the bridge has died. You just were fighting him forever.
I did fine.
A lot of 32 gigs of RAM really helps.
It usually does. It can make your system pretty snappy.
Like everything runs like so much smoother now. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
I got a G-Skill Rip Jars.
G-Skill's a pretty good brand. Oh, hey. So that body right there is Trask, who is the tutorial bot for this ship that usually is with you the entire time. But with the Jedi from the Start mod, they just kill him and give you his stuff when you get to the
Cool.
spot where they will kill him normally anyways.
Door sealed shut.
Yeah, he will go into that door and try to fight a Sith by himself and tell you to go on without him.
This is
And that's
Carthel Nassi on your
how they
personal
write him out.
communicator. I'm tracking
yeah,
your
I'm not able
position
to
through
hear
the Endar
dialogue,
Spire's life support
which is a
systems.
rip.
Basila's escape pod is away. You're the last surviving crew member on the Endar Spire. Now I can't wait.
I
for
can
you much
imagine
longer.
his voice,
You
though.
have
It's
to
kind of
get to
annoying.
the escape pods.
That's Karth.
Kind of.
Although,
So, lightsaber.
since you're a Mass Effect guy, it might be familiar to you. That's the voice actor for Caden from Mass Effect. He was one of your companions in the first one. I think he shows up in the second one too.
I'm sure I'll recall if I ever like see.
Oh, I think it remains him. There you go.
Oh, Caden. Yes.
Yeah, he's the voice actor for Caden. From what I have heard, he's just as annoying as Caden is in this game.
Lovely.
His character. But his side quest is the best.
Can you go attack?
Sometimes if you don't move the character yourself,
There's a whole
he will
squad of
move
Sith
a little
troopers on the
slow.
other side of that door. You need to find some way to thin their numbers.
Did you skip his dialogue?
No.
No? Interesting. Okay, so there's a giant, a lot of them in the next room. Open that footlocker. There should be some stuff inside. Yep. Okay, so you can either repair the robot to fight with you, or you can use the computer and just blow up the entire room. I suggest blowing up the entire room, because you don't take any damage and they all just die instantaneously. So there's a computer. Yeah, there you go. That one, top one. There's all of them.
Okay.
Okay. Overload it. Then you get to watch it.
Cool, I guess.
You have to click through, I think.
No, that's not
Boom. Boom. And then it'll log you out, and you'll hear all of them die. No, you won't. Never mind. And then you'll see all the XP bubbles floating out of the sky, and you leveled up.
Yay!
You can click your face there to go to the level up screen, which is also your character sheet, which shows you where you are on the light side and dark side. Also shows you where everything else is. And you can click level up. Never click auto level up. You will hate yourself forever. Never trust it. Okay. I would suggest don't put anything in persuade yet. Put 2 into demolitions and 1 into repair. There is a storyline that is extremely important that needs 15 repair. So we're going to slowly tick that up as we go. Okay, another force power. For your build, since you're doing dual wield, you should probably get burst of speed. For now, it'll just help you run through the environments quicker, but once you get further, it will let you do more attacks per round, which
Okay.
is extremely helpful considering you already do 2 attacks per round. Awesome. And now,
You've made it just in time. There's only one active escape pod left.
Annoying guy.
Come on, we can hide out on the
I
planet
can't
below.
tell
Basila's
that it's the
escape
same
pods are
guy.
gone, so there's no reason for us to stick around here and get shot by the Sith. Come on.
Yes.
There'll be time for questions later.
Dumb question.
what's that?
Is it even worth keeping this other fucking random stick?
Probably not.
Okay.
There you go. You got experience for just talking to him. He's waiting for you to use the
Basila's
escape pod.
pod's already gone, so there's no reason for us to stick around here and get shot by the Sith. Now, come on. There'll be time for questions later.
And your only hope is survival.
Yep.
Step away. No.
I mean, yeah, you could, but like it'd be stupid.
So, when I was at Micro Center today, I gave in to quote-unquote peer pressure, or the norms, I guess. And I bought an iFixit kit.
Ah,
Nice.
those are probably worth it. They're pretty good.
It's very quality. I will say that.
Yeah, there's that. Oh no, Jack is seeing a vision.
Oh no.
Why does this game look like such shit while you're streaming it?
Because it does.
It does. It was made in 2003.
Oh, this is one of the older ones.
It's an older one. It's very very much an older one. It's like a fucking classic.
I thought you were playing like the new one that just came out. not
Good to
that
see
long
you
ago.
up
I'm
instead
like,
of
why
crashing about
God,
in your
no.
sleep.
Ass.
You must
No.
be having one hell of a nightmare.
Here, you can actually get dialogue now.
I'm
You can
Koth,
talk to an
one
annoying
of the
guy.
Republic soldiers from the Endar Spire. I was with you on the escape pod. Do you remember?
Do you remember? It was just 30 seconds ago.
Well, you were seriously injured, and you've been out for a few days.
I'm a dick face, by the way. How did we get here?
You've been out of consciousness for a couple of days now, so I imagine you're pretty confused about things. Try not to worry. We're safe. At least for the moment. We're in an abandoned apartment on the planet of Terrace. We banged up pretty bad when our escape pod crashed, but luckily I wasn't seriously hurt. I was able to drag you away from
Luckily,
the crash
I
site
wasn't
while
hurt.
confusion.
I'm
I
better than
stumbled
you.
into this abandoned apartment. By the time the Sith arrived on the scene, we were long gone. Terrace is under Sith control. Their fleet is orbiting the planet. They've declared martial law, and they've imposed a planet-wide quarantine. But I've been in worse spots. There is no way the Republic will be able to get anyone through the Sith blockade to help us. If we're gonna find Bastila and get off this planet, we can't rely on anybody but
Any
ourselves.
thoughts on what's going on right now?
Bastila's gonna need our help. Many of Darth Malik's followers can use the dark side of the Force, and the Sith
Oh,
have
no.
already killed
Pacing's
more
a
than
little
their share
weird.
of Jedi in this war. She's gonna have half the Sith
The
fleet
first
with
ship is definitely
They know how
its
important
tutorial
she is
ship to
for
get
us.
you used to the
The
game
whole planet's
mechanics,
under
and
quarantine.
it doesn't
No ship's
exactly
gonna
work
let her take off.
very
So
well when you mod
Bastila's
it
gonna
with
escape
the Jedi
Terrace.
from the start.
She's
It's
gonna
just
need
supposed to
our
be a
help, and we'll probably
quick,
need hers.
hey, take some loot and some XP and move on.
While you were out, I did some scouting around. There are reports of a couple escape pods crashing down into the Undercity. It's probably a good place to start. But the Undercity's a dangerous place. I don't want to go there unprepared, and it won't do Bastila any good if we go and get ourselves killed.
I have lightsaber. I should be fine.
Yeah, which
Good
for some
idea.
reason
We could
doesn't
use
make
this
you
abandoned
conspicuous at
apartment
all.
as a base. We could
No.
probably get some equipment and
And I would
supplies
say
shooting up the
that,
city.
like,
Just remember
that's
to keep a low
because
profile.
you're not supposed to have one on this planet, but one of your companions has one, and no one seems to care. So that's fine, I guess. Okay, so you had Descartes there. He's your guy.
Yes,
He's
what's on your
a
mind?
some kind of war hero for the Republic.
You got it.
He's actually so cool that he doesn't have to wear the normal Republic uniforms.
You have to take Karth.
You do, and I honestly recommend taking him. He is helpful, and you can actually see his alignment right there. He's a light side boy.
I know that
Republic
this robot is the dark side.
That is a Twi'lek. I don't see your. Never mind. That was my mouse. I can't see your mouse. The robot.
It's on the grid, it'd be number 8. No, number 7.
I think you might be the bottom.
Yes, middle row, bottom.
No, that is not. You're not thinking of the right one.
Oh, okay.
That's the astromech droid.
Oh, okay.
R2. Think R2, but older.
Right, you alien scum. Everybody get up against the wall. This is a raid.
There was patrol here yesterday, and they found nothing. Why do you Sith keep bothering us? They don't speak English. There you go.
Bro, you know speaking the English?
That's how we Sith deal with smart-mouth aliens.
It's a good
Now
way
the
to
rest of
save
you,
money
get up against the
on
wall
voice
before I lose
actors
my
if
temper
all your
again.
aliens use the same voice actor
Humans
and
hiding
say
out
the
with
same
aliens.
10 words
I'm
every time they talk.
Attack!
Oh, hello. Grenade.
Go. Okay. Before Skelly should have never talked back to that Sim. Thankfully, you're here to step in and help us, human. They always sound so fucking stupid. You can click once you've read all of it. I don't think that these move automatically. This isn't the first time Sim they're coming here to cause trouble for us, but hopefully it'll be the last.
There's bunny slippers.
Won't someone come searching for this patrol?
Don't worry about the bodies. I'll move them so it looks like they were killed elsewhere. That should throw the Sith off the track. Oh yeah, for sure. No fingerprints. We're not in like the Space Town or anything. With any luck, they won't be bothering us again for a while.
Before you leave, let me loot their bodies.
I don't think he has a problem with that.
What is his name?
Duros. That's his.
Oh.
That's the race. The big-headed blue people.
I read drugs.
You can bash the door down. Yeah. Well, I don't see too many of your kind around here. Most of the residents in this rundown old apartment are illegal aliens. My name is Larim, by the way. He's one of the sex tentacle guys.
Yes, he is. Pleased
The
to meet
Twi'leks.
you, Larim. My name is Dickface.
I know it's really none of my business, but you look like someone who might need to purchase some dick. One of those new energy shields.
One of those
the
new
latest
dick
thing, you know?
shields.
Very high tech. This is a total tutorial moment. Say I know all about energy shields and move on. And he'll try to talk your ear off about these things. They're supposed to be super important and crazy to the story. Essentially, so just don't talk to him. You don't have anything.
I'll be
to
going
watch.
now.
He's a shop. He's your teleport back shop. Energy shields help with blaster bullets and occasionally lightsabers.
Who are you? What are you doing in here? You can't just come barging into someone's home.
She has a bit of a point.
I was just looking for something to steal.
That's
I told
no
you
excuse. You can't
that
just go around
that
barging into
the
people's
evil
apartments
choices
because
are
you're
just like
curious,
mustache
but at least
twirlingly
you're more
evil.
polite than that pig Holden. Just one of Darvik's men who can't keep his hands to himself. But all he got for his trouble was a nasty scar from my
Vibra
vibroblade.
blades are the
Too bad
super
I'm the
fancy
one still
swords
paying
that
the
don't
price.
get cut by lightsabers.
Got a nasty scar from my vibrator.
I don't want to talk about it. I'm in enough trouble already. Besides, I don't know if I can trust you.
This is
No,
where
I
your
don't
persuade
think so.
comes in
I don't
handy.
want to
Try
trust
again,
anybody
try
right
again,
now.
try again,
Please,
try
just
again.
leave me alone.
Wait, can you just keep trying?
I want to ask you some questions.
I can't
You
help
can.
there.
It is a dice roll. Try again. Holden, who's that?
Just one-
Skipper thing. What do you mean? Skip it
Are
again.
you
No, I
kidding me?
You can. You can do this. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, I'll be going now. Real quick.
Good.
Do
I
that
don't
one.
much...
Okay. Pop.
You again.
No, don't
Why do you
talk to her.
keep-
Don't talk to her. Get out of here, real quick.
Good. I don't...
Your thing in the middle on your character. Do you see the little speed option on the far left? Click the. Don't actually cast speed. Oh fuck. You just casted speed on yourself. Congrats. Okay, click through the arrows so that it's the head instead. Force Valor. Pop that. All right, now talk to her. And be relatively quick about it.
You
Because
again.
that will run out in 30 seconds. I want to ask
I
you some
can't-
questions.
Just...
Holden, who's that? What do you mean?
I...
Persuade.
Well, I suppose
There you go.
you seem like an all-right person. When I touched Holden, it made him back off, but it also embarrassed him in front of his friends. Holden's a spiteful little hut slug. He went and put out a bounty on my head for what I did.
Oh, that's our
why
farm.
I'm hiding out here.
Yes, very quality.
I doubt it. Holden is one of Darvik's men. When you work for the local crime lord, the authorities tend to turn a blind eye. I'm afraid this is between
There's
me and
absolutely
Holden
no
now.
way you can fix this.
Could try, I guess. He usually hangs out at the cantina in the lower city. It probably won't do any good. Holden's used to getting his own way.
That's just a
one
little
of the
side
fringe
quest you
benefits
can
of being
do.
a goon for Darvik. Working for the local crime lord lets you get away with things.
Man,
Still,
these
I appreciate
talking
the offer.
animations are.
Goodbye
Oh, yeah,
and
they're-
good luck.
yeah,
I
they're
hope
top
you
tier.
can talk some sense into Holden.
So
Isn't
I
it-
broke into her apartment. It was like,
And then-
hey, I'm gonna do this for you whether you want me to or not.
Just precursor, robbing people and breaking into their apartments and taking all of their things doesn't give you dark side points. Just take it. It doesn't matter. The second game makes fun of this because it should be a mechanic and it isn't.